Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today's lesson is Pickpocket. I have seen this all over the web and I had a little hard time doing it. Threw away a lot of tiles. I'm not going to say that word that happens when you make a mistake because there's no mistakes in Zentangle, but you can throw out tiles. This is by Tomas Padros, and he has done a fabulous job. These are some that I liked. We started shading in class, and this is one that's been shaded. But we're going to set it aside, and I'm just going to show you how I do this particular Tangle Pickpocket. And I'm going to do it on a black with a jelly roll, and I'm going to start right here in the center with a little dot. This is so I can kind of get my pattern a little bit more even. I don't know if it's even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8. We'll see what happens. And then I used to play a game with my brother and sisters, and we would put these little dots on paper, and then we would put lines that connected the dots, and if you connected a square, you got to put your name in the center, your initials. It was before iPods and handheld devices. You had to use paper and pencil to entertain yourself. And I am ashamed to say that I did it in church. Oh, and this one is kind of crooked, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. You can see that my lines are a little bit crooked, but I've done it with a jelly roll, so I need to give it a little bit of time to dry. And Tomas has a triangular shape on his, and I could not do the triangular shape. Mine are going to be round. I will put a link on my blog for, not a link, but a post his step outs on my blog so you can see it. But this is just fun. So now I'm going to do kind of a little, what I would call Huggins. So I'm going to come here to the top corner, and I'm going to draw around and back down, and are kind of around. So it kind of hugs it. And I'll come in a little closer so you can see. You can see that it's kind of hugged that little dot. And we're going to do the same on the next step, but it goes backwards. So maybe a little C, and then a backward C, and then we come to this one, and we do a C, and then a backward C, and then a C shape, backward C, and a C shape. And they just alternate down. Now I'm going to come to this next row, and I'm going to do the same thing. C shape, all the way down, and again, and I have one more row I can do. And I love working with the jelly rolls. They are fluid, and you can get the ultra fine point. And I'm going to change over. This is an 08, and I'm going to change over to the 5 when I do one of my steps, so I'll let you know. Now I'm going to, I had it kind of with on the diagonal going this way. I'm going to rotate it this way so I can do a cross. Now I am going to skip this little dot, and I'm going to come here, and I'm going to do another little hugging shape, and I'm going to repeat that. Skip that dot, come to here, skip that dot, here, and I don't want to do one. Now I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to go the opposite direction. Have to be careful because that jelly roll will smear if you put your hand over the top of it. Have to give it time to dry. So here I'm on this row, and I come around, and I can do it just the same all the way across. And I come back, and I'm on the next row, and I can't do that one, so I come back here, and I'm going to come to here, And now I have kind of a zigzag line going on here. And now comes the magic, and I'm going to switch from my 08 to my 05, which is a fine point, because I'm going to draw a line down through the center. I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit, so I'm going to start in between these two dots, and I'm going to draw a line, and it's going to holly-bah underneath and stop right there. Then I'm going to come to my next one, and it's going to come down below and stop just, and this one can come down here, and I can put a little dot on the end of it. Then skip over and stop there, and I come to the in between. I should have started right here. There's no mistake in Zentangle, so we'll see what we can do to fix that. Now I start up here and stop right there. I'm going to start down here. And I'm going to start up here and stop. Now I can come back and I can double line each one of these. I'm going to rotate it around so that I know those are dry. So I hope that didn't confuse you. And I'm just going to put another line right next to this one. So it's kind of holly-bah underneath. And here. Oh, I should have done 2, 3. I was doing 3 and I didn't do them. So let's come back and do that third one. It's better to do them right away so that you don't have to put your hand over them when they're wet. Now I'm not going to do that little dot there. I'm just going to leave that. We'll see what I can do. I'll bet it just will blend in. So now we have the lines going through. Now you can do it so it's double line, so I'm just going to show you what I did to make sure I kept it going. I'm going to turn my tile a little on the angle, and I'm going to come down along this aisle. So I'm going to go around here and down. Well, I messed up. I need to go here and here and here. That one wasn't supposed to, but we're going to go ahead and do those anyway so you won't know the difference. Okay, so now I'm going to come back and we'll do it the right way. It goes on the inside, so I'm going to darken up my little dot, come down, around, circle that little dot, then come to here, just putting an aura around each one of those. It's a pretty tight space here, but I think it will work out. I'm going to rotate it a little bit so I don't put my hand over the top of my tangle. And if you can see, you're kind of in between on the in between side. So here. And you can see how that just is such a gorgeous little tangle. And there we have it. Now we can shade, and I like shading with a white pencil and not the chalk, but you can do both. This just doesn't smear as much. I'm just going to just put a little a little white in here. But you can see I did it a little larger here, and I love how that turned out. We were shading here in class today, and I chose to just shade in this area right here, kind of where the design goes underneath, and we'll blend it out. I just think those are there's one simple, not doubled, another one, and one in hot pink. I love this tangle. Lay these out so you can see how much fun is Pickpocket. Just a ton of fun. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Share it with your friends and tangle every day.